Hey guys. Oh, great. Nice. It's Chelsey. I'm on my morning walk, which if you watched my what I do to work out in a day video, this is a part of it. I go on a morning walk. So, I had lots of fun videos planned. And of course, life was like, no, you don't get to make a fun video because everything is just going wrong. So I'm just wanting to inform you guys that my dog Louie, my Chihuahua Louie that I featured on this channel a couple of times, passed away last night. He had some health issues, like he had a heart murmur. He had kind of like a mass by his lung. He had health problems, but he wasn't that old. He was only like 9, but he is a purebred Chihuahua. And if you know anything about dogs, purebred dogs seem to be the most unhealthy, which is unfortunate compared to like mixed breed dogs and stuff. But he had health issues, but I guess he passed away yesterday. So the day before yesterday, he was fine. Like I was petting him. I was laying on him. Like he was absolutely fine. And my mom just came home yesterday and he couldn't breathe. Was having trouble breathing so they rushed him to the vet. He was only getting like 70% oxygen. You're supposed to get like 90%. So, God, this story is actually really tragic. So it's like, I was supposed to go to my boyfriend's house yesterday, so I drove all the way there after work, and then I was informed of what was going on with Louie. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna pick him up and go to the vet. And my mom and my sister were there, and they had him on oxygen, and it was basically one of those things where he had fluid on his heart. Like the doctor did everything he could try and save him, but it was just his time. So they kept him on oxygen, so hopefully I would get there. And lo and behold, the minute I pull into the vet and park my car, he passed away. I walked into the room hoping to get to say goodbye, and I didn't. It's probably going to be one of the biggest regrets of my life, because I would have just, if I would have known, I would have just went home. I wouldn't have went to my boyfriend's house and wasted that hour or whatever, So he died alone. It's like too much to talk about. He wasn't necessarily alone, but it's one of those things where to keep him on oxygen so he could be around till I got there. God, I can't even think right now. To keep him on oxygen till I got there, they had to keep him like in the back. And then my mom, my sister, and then I eventually arrived in the exam room. And by the time I did, he had literally just passed away. Like he had held on for as long as he could, but unfortunately I was too late. And I'm gonna regret it for the rest of my life, because he was back there by himself on oxygen, dying, waiting on me, and I was late. And I missed it. But the only other pet I've ever lost was a guinea pig. My guinea pig named Scruffy. And although I loved him very much, he was only in my life for 2 years. It just wasn't that same connection that I had with Louie and Wiggs. And I've seen other people, other people's dogs pass away, other people have to bury their dogs, and of course I felt sorry for them, but I never understood actually how painful it truly is. Because animals and dogs, cats, what have you, your pets, are so innocent. And they love you even though they can't communicate with you, and you love them even though you can't really communicate with them. You guys don't speak the same language, but they become part of your family, and you never realize till they're gone, like how much of an impact they had, like them waiting at the door for you, them barking at everyone you let in the house, like And that's part of life, is you don't know when their last day was. If I would have known his last day was yesterday, I wouldn't have even fucking went to work. I would have spent the entire day with him, loving him. He probably sat in his cage all day, like not being able to breathe, and it's just, but at least my mom, my sister got to see him and comfort him while they took him to the vet. And anyway, he passed. They brought him into the room. That was tough to see him like that, his eyes open, his tongue hanging out. But my mom and my sister were gonna do like they do like a cremation paw print package thing, and they'd already paid for it. And when I got there, I was just like, no, like we need to bring him home. Like, I don't want to send him off with some strangers, or I don't think they paid for the cremation. I think they just paid for the paw print. And I don't want just a paw print of him. Like, I want him at our house where he spent all his time. So, there was luckily a postal service office like right by the vet, so ran over there, got a box, put him in the box. He was wrapped. They brought him there in my sister's childhood blanket, the blanket that she grew up in, or like her baby blanket or whatever. So he got buried in that and was in a box. And we buried him last night, and it's pretty cold in Florida right now. I mean, it's in the 50s, which is cold for us. So we brought him home, and I'm really happy we did that. And I'm happy that my mom and sister listened to me, because I couldn't imagine, like, we weren't going to cremate him. We were just going to like do the paw print thing. So it's like, what were they going to do with his body? Like, just put it in a biohazard bag and, throw it out, I was like, no, he has to go home. Like, I want to make a headstone for him. Like, and like I was saying earlier, I've always felt bad for people that have lost pets, but I've never truly grasped, sorry, there's a highway right there. I never truly grasped till it happened to me how painful it is. I feel like a piece of me is gone. Like, we have our other dog Wiggles, but like I said, she's twice his age, and she's like peeing everywhere, and she's having a lot of problems. And we were like, all right, this is her last year. But the thing about her is we were able to, like, we've kind of seen her decline, and we've understood that, probably within this year, most likely, it'll be in her best interest to either be put down or she'll pass away. And it's like, when you watch your dog decline, you kind of, it still sucks, but you get a better understanding. Whereas with Louis, it was just like, he's fine, he's normal one day, come home, and he's dead within a couple hours. And he was not very nice to people, like strangers, but us, like me, my mom, my sister, my boyfriend, like, he was always so nice to. He had such a personality. I'm gonna put pictures and videos at the end of this. But let this just be a reminder to you guys, if you have pets, don't take them for granted, like hug them tight. I wish I would have had the chance to do that. You don't realize how much of an impact they have in your life till they're gone. And when they're gone, it's too late. And it's the same thing with people. But I think with people, it's a little more obvious. And with our pets, it's maybe not as obvious, I have such horrible bags under my eyes from crying and not sleeping. I feel like I lost like a brother. Like, Louie was always there for me. He was the snuggler. Wiggs, she's gotten so old, she doesn't really like being touched and stuff anymore, so she's not a snuggler. And Louie's just always, He always wanted to like snuggle in a blanket with you, and he just had such a cute personality. I could write a book about how many weird and funny things he did. Like, he would fill his mouth full of food at the food bowl and then take it somewhere else, like a rug or the living room, and eat it, because he wanted to kind of like, he didn't want to miss out on anything. So like if the family was in the living room, he'd be like a chipmunk and grab a bunch of food, go to the living room and eat it. Wow, the lighting has drastically changed since I started filming this. But hold your pets tight, man, because I mean, we had some bunnies when I was younger, but once again, those only lived for 2 years. And although it was very sad and tragic, like with dogs, especially dogs that you have, you know, Wiggles I've had since 2003. It's been my whole life, like my whole life in school. Everything I've ever been through, she's been there. And then we got Louie in 2008. So that's a lot of stuff he's been through too, like all sorts of stuff. Oh my God, he's been through everything and been supportive. So yeah, we buried him. He's in our yard, which I couldn't imagine a better place. And we're going to talk to my mom about buying a headstone and stuff for him. And maybe putting some flowers and stuff out there, building a garden, Louie's garden or something maybe. I don't know. So yeah, hold your pets tight, guys. Really, really appreciate them. And yeah. So that's it. I need some time to heal. I had plans tonight and stuff, but I just can't. Like, I was supposed to go get tacos and stuff tonight, but I just need to be home. I just need to be with my family. So that's what I'm going to do. And yeah. So that's it.